All right, good morning, welcome. We're going to be doing our big mandala flow today. So mandala moving around all four sides of the mat, all four corners of the room. So most importantly, just being we're in different spaces, knowing what's the front, what's the back on your own mat will be the most important thing. If you have a block, it will be most useful placed at the back of your mat. So if you want to place it there, that's where it will come in handiest. And then we will get into it. So let's start in child's pose today. So bring your toes to touch, spread your knees wide, walk your palms forward, let your forehead rest. Allow your hips to really relax and soften down. Once I'm in child's pose, I like to pick my forehead up and move it just about 1 or 2 inches forward to the front of my mat from where it was to add a little length in my neck. A little massage of your forehead, whatever feels good here to help you ground into your space. We have been exploring in our practice the different ways that strength shows up beyond physical strength. And the way that we will explore that today is the strength present in focus, and how a keen sense of focus is present in yoga. And so the very first thing to focus on is your breath. Just allow a little bit more presence to come to how you're inhaling and exhaling. And during those inhales and exhales, you may notice that focus generally brings them deeper, a little bit longer, a little bit more powerful. And we layer that focus from breath to so many other things that we'll explore in our hour together. But let's start by breathing together. Exhale all the air out. Take a big breath in and fill up. Big open mouth exhale, let it go. Again, full inhale in, feel your belly fall to your mat. Big audible exhale out, let it go. Let's do one more for good measure. Get in as much air as you can. And then fully exhale that air out onto your mat. Nice. Seal your lips, begin your Ujjayi pranayama practice. That nostril breath, pranayama, the nature of energy, the practice and discipline of energy, is where that focus now goes a little bit deeper beyond breath into those pieces of the practice that breath leads us to. One more inhale through your nose. And through your nose, breathe out. Inhale, shift forward to tabletop pose. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. As you exhale, today is a freestyle opportunity. So let yourself do what you want here. So cat and cow are always a great option. All sorts of ways to move and go rogue from there. Add in some neck movement, some wrist stretching, some side stretching. Wiggles in your hips, shimmies in your shoulders, all are welcome. And now we bring that focus to the movement itself. As you start to notice, as you start to move your body, what would feel good next, how breath connects to the focus of movement. Obviously, we will focus on movement throughout. So these first movements really help you bring you into your body today with that sense of awareness on your mat. Be mindful of rights and lefts, of course. If you do something on one side, do it on the other. And when you're ready for your first downward facing dog, go for it. Curl your toes under, lift your hips. Find some pedals, some wiggles, some knee bends, some shoulder movement. Another great spot to find a little bit of roll in your neck. And then eventually find a space of stillness in downward facing dog. Really set this up. We do this posture so much. Spread your fingers really wide. Push into your palms to help lift your hips up. Maybe bend a little in your knees to get your hips even higher. And then actively push your heels down towards your mat. Whether or not they touch depends a lot on our body shape, but actively press them like you're trying to touch them to the mat. Engage your core, push your navel in, gather your frontal rib cage, lengthen your low back. Core stability is so important. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, ragdoll pose. Step forward, hip width distance on your mat. Traditional ragdoll is welcome. Grab opposite elbow or forearm. Some variation of a traditional ragdoll is welcome. Maybe let your hands hang heavy. Maybe like a chest expansion or a little twist here as well. Not a ton of twisting in today's practice, a little bit, but we'll focus mostly on those back bending and forward bending movements. If you've got a grip, switch to the other side. Bring your weight more to the fronts of your feet. That's what will help lift your hips really up over your ankles. And then release your fingertips down to your mat. Bring your feet together to touch. Put a deeper bend in your knees and very intentionally, very focused, come up to a standing position. Lengthen your legs, lengthen your spine, big reach through the crown of your head. What kind of movements here would feel good? I like some shoulder movements, a neck movement, fidgets with your clothes. And then we will be together in stillness in Samastitihi. Bring your thumbs to your heart, press your palms together and spread your fingers wide. Close your eyes. So now we bring focus to your deeper why. Some sort of intention you want to add into your practice. Our movements are heart opening movements. So maybe something related to that sense of open heart, sense of love, sense of belief, whatever heart chakra energies might feel good in this space today. Whatever your intention is, we'll send it out together. Exhale all the air out. Big breath in, fill up. Big open mouth exhale, let it go. Seal your lips, inhale through your nose. And through your nose, breathe out. Like your eyes open, palms to your sides. Let's flow with Sun A to start to focus on breath and movement. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward or back bend. Add a back bend before your forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, reach high. Now exhale, forward fold, hinge down to your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, create a really long spine. Exhale, high to low plank. Hug your elbows to your rib cage. Core is nice and strong. Inhale, upward facing dog. Flip to the tops of your feet. Nice breathe. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips. Pause, take a breath in. And a bigger breath out. Let's do it all again. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, feet to touch at the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Focus on breath and movement. Inhale, mountain pose. Connect each to each other. Exhale, add your back bend. Press your hip points forward. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach high. Exhale, forward fold. Lead with your chest as you lower down. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice long spine. Exhale, high to low plank, or maybe you do that from your knees instead. Inhale, upward facing dog, nice arch in your back. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips. Pause and breathe in. Pause and breathe out. All one more time. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, push your weight to your toes. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, mountain pose, squeeze your legs, lengthen and rise. Exhale, back bend. It's our signature movement today. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, or maybe you hold a high plank instead. Inhale, upward facing dog, or hold your plank. Exhale, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Lift your hips. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more of those. Focus on your inhale. Focus on your exhale. We'll set up our mandala one time slow. Inhale, kick your right leg high. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. Drop your heel to your seat. Lift your right hip higher. You can add a bending and straightening in your knee, roll out your hip joint, roll out your ankle, whatever feels good in the movement of your right leg. And then level your hips. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Step your foot between your palms. Left knee down. Inhale, crescent moon. Drop to your back knee. Lift your chest, reach high. As you exhale, interlace your fingers on your front thigh and give a press of your hips forward. The push of your hips forward lengthens the front of your left hip, which is a nice little stretch to help you prepare for those deeper back bends a little bit later. And then shoulders back over hips, arms up high, breathe in. Exhale, add a side stretch to the right. Drop your right fingertips down, reach your left arm up and over. Keep your chest square to the front. Feel more length and space in your left rib cage. Maintain the lunge in your legs. We'll come to stand, curl your back toes under, inhale, crescent lunge. Lengthen your spine, lift off your left knee, reach your fingertips high and breathe. Now in your standing lunge, pivot your right hip a little bit back. Ensure your right knee is stacked above your ankle and your shoulders are stacked above your hips. Breathe in. Exhale, open twist to the right. Reach your left fingertips forward and your right fingertips back. Broaden your torso towards the right side of your mat. Sweep your right palm behind you. Maybe your gaze goes back as well. Inhale, star pose, toes out, heels in. Make a turn on your mat. Exhale, goddess pose, thumbs to heart, bend your knees, sink low in your hips. We always hold the first couple of these, so in your goddess pose, find some movement here that feels good, especially in your outer hips, your outer glutes, the bending at your hips, the bending at your knees, whatever helps you to deepen into those motions. And then back to your depth of your goddess, bring your thumbs back to heart center, feel your shoulders lift above your hips, tuck your tailbone underneath. We're gonna go to the back of your mat. Inhale, warrior two to the back. Point your left toes at the back of your mat, straighten your right leg, reach through your fingertips and breathe. Make sure your left toes are pointing straight to the back of your mat and your left knee as well, stacked above your ankle. Straighten through your right leg, broaden through your chest. Inhale, reach through your fingertips. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach your left palm forward and down and your right arm up high. Push your hips behind you, reach your collarbones in front of you, and really rotate your torso open to the side. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten through your left leg as you reach your left palm up. Exhale, low lunge towards the back of your mat. Inhale, standing L, walk your fingertips forward, kick your right heel up away from the mat and breathe. This is why you have a block at the back of your mat. You could bring your palms onto your block if you'd like to add a little lift and length in your spine. Create an upside down L shape in your legs, kick your right heel higher, dial your right hip down. One breath in to lengthen your legs. Exhale, forward fold, feet together to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, facing the back of your mat. Bend your knees, lift your chest, breathe. Sink your weight into your heels, push your hips behind you, tuck your tailbone down. Big breath in. Exhale, airplane arms, reach your fingertips behind you. Your left leg will lift. Inhale, one-legged mountain pose. Stand on your right foot, bend your left knee up, reach your arms high and breathe. Find a spot to focus your gaze beyond the back of your mat. Flex your left toes up. Dial your left hip level with your right. Big breath in. Exhale, airplane pose. Reach your foot behind you, left foot behind you, fingertips behind you. Nice and strong in your standing leg. Broaden your gaze beyond the back of your mat. Then inhale, crescent lunge. Plant your left foot down, reach high. This time as you exhale, add a back bend. Cactus your arms, lift your chest, lift your gaze. Option to bring a bend into your back knee to help you get your chest a little bit higher and your gaze a little bit more up. Inhale, back to crescent lunge, lengthen your spine. Exhale, reaching crescent lunge. The only thing that changes is you hinge your chest forward at about a 45-degree angle. Create a long diagonal line from your fingertips all the way through your back heel, core nice and strong. Inhale, star pose, make another turn on your mat. This time as you exhale, wide leg forward fold. Parallel your feet, hinge from your hips, bring your hands down underneath your shoulders. We'll hold the first few of these as well. So good chance here to find a little movement that helps you deepen into this fold, or just use each breath to fold a little bit deeper. Add a little halfway lift in your chest, walk your palms under your shoulders, lengthen your spine, breathe in. Exhale, low lunge to the top of your mat, frame your left foot. Inhale, high plank pose, step your left foot back. Exhale, low plank, elbows to ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do the left. Inhale, kick your left leg high. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. Drop your left heel to your seat. Find that movement in your leg that feels good. Both palms can stay on the mat for now. Then level your hips. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step it all the way through. Right knee down, inhale, crescent moon, drop to your knee, lift your chest. And then as you exhale, interlace your fingers on your front thigh and get that push of your hips forward. The goal of that press of your hips forward, once again, is to really lengthen and stretch the front of your right hip, your hip flexor that connects the lower and upper halves of the right side of your body. Back to your crescent moon, breathe in. Exhale, add the side bend to the left this time. Reach your left palm down and your right arm up and over. Rather than letting your chest hinge over and down towards the left, keep it square to the front and lift it. That'll help you get more length and space through your right rib cage as you reach up and over to the left. We come to stand. Inhale, crescent lunge, curl your back toes under, lift off your right knee, lengthen your spine, reach high and breathe. Feel your lunging legs underneath you. Push into the ball mount of your back foot and tuck your tailbone under. Breathe in. Exhale, add open twist. Right fingers forward, left fingers back. Twist your torso open towards the left. Keep your shoulders stacked above your hips and shrug your shoulders down. We make a turn. Inhale, star, reach and rise up. Exhale, goddess, thumbs to heart, bend your knees, sink low. The last goddess pose we'll hold is this one. So find those woogie boogie woogies, wiggles that feel good, a little dance on your mat. Really loosening up outer hips, outer glutes. And then as you're ready, back to stillness once again, really push to the knife edges of your feet to fire up the outer line of your legs and your hips. Tuck your tailbone down, sink 1 inch lower, and we'll go to the back. Inhale, warrior two to the back. Point your right toes at the back of the room. Gaze over your right fingertips and breathe. Really ensure that your left leg is super long and super engaged. Flex your left glute, rotate your torso open, shrug your shoulders down. Big breath in. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach your right arm forward and down and your left arm up. Really rotate your chest open. Keep your left glute engaged and continue to lift your gaze up. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten through your right leg as you reach high. Exhale, low lunge to the back of the room. Inhale, standing L, walk your fingertips forward, lift your left leg up and breathe. Use your block under your palms if you'd like. Flex your left toes down. Dial your left hip down as you kick your left heel higher. Breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, facing the back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair, sit low, reach high. Exhale, airplane arms, sweep your palms behind you. Right leg lifts, inhale, one-legged mountain, stand on your left foot, pause and breathe. Set up this first one-legged posture on the left side by noticing the focus of your eyes. Gaze and glare at something out beyond the back of your mat that can help you find a little stability. Keep your core nice and taut. Shrug your shoulders down. Big breath in. Exhale, airplane pose. Kick your right foot back. Reach your fingertips back. Broaden your chest forward beyond the back of your mat. Continue to find a little up dog, nice and long in both legs. Beautiful. Inhale, crescent lunge. That looked fierce, you all. Exhale, add a back bend this time. Bend your elbows, lift your chest. Maybe you add a micro bend in your right knee to help get a little bit more lift of your chest up. Inhale, back to crescent lunge. Exhale, reaching crescent lunge. The only thing that changes is you reach forward towards the top of the wall in front of you. Continue to pivot your left hip crease behind you. Push your navel up and in. Lengthen your low back. Inhale, star. Let's make one more turn. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Parallel your feet, hinge from your hips. Let your fingertips soften underneath your shoulders. This is the last wide leg forward fold. We'll hold. So good chance here to really deepen into that fold. As you focus on your breath, as you layer the focus on movement, let's layer it even more. Where is your focus going in the energetic practice today? You look fantastic. Add a little half lift in your spine. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, low lunge to the front. Inhale, high plank pose. Step your right foot back. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe here, my friends. Find a couple big breaths. So next thing that we're going to do is move through that entire flow, one breath to one movement. And with every mandala, my invitation to you is to get lost in the movement. Just listen to my voice. I'll tell you where to go next. Let your focus go somewhere beyond the movement itself and notice where that's taking you today. Everyone breathe in. Through your nose, breathe out. Let's do it. Inhale, kick your right leg high. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Inhale, crescent moon, drop down to your left knee. Exhale, side stretch, reach your left arm up and over. Inhale, crescent lunge, lift off your left knee, reach high. Exhale, open twist to the right, sweep your right palm behind you. Inhale, star pose, big reach and rise up. Exhale, goddess pose, sink low, find your depth. To the back, inhale, warrior two, point your left toes to the back of your mat. Exhale, extended side angle, left palm down, right arm high. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten through your left leg. Exhale, low lunge to the back, plant your palms down. Inhale, standing L, lift your right heel up. Exhale, forward fold, feet together to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, chair, sit low, reach high. Exhale, airplane arms, sweep your palms higher than your hips. Left leg up, inhale, one-legged mountain, stand on your right foot. Exhale, airplane, reach, reach, reach everything behind you. Inhale, crescent lunge, plant your left foot down. Exhale, back bend, maybe a gentle bend in your knee. Inhale, crescent lunge, reach up. Exhale, reaching crescent lunge, hinge forward. Inhale, star, make that turn to the side. Exhale, wide leg forward fold, just one breath to lower. Inhale, wide half lift, add a little length in your spine. Exhale, low lunge to the top, frame your left foot. Inhale, high plank pose, step it back. Exhale, low plank or hold your plank. Inhale, upward facing dog, fierce. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left side, inhale, kick your left leg high. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. Inhale, left leg up, square your hips. Exhale, low lunge, round your spine to step through. Inhale, crescent moon, drop down to your back knee. Exhale, side bend, reach, reach, reach to the left. Inhale, crescent lunge, rise to stand. Exhale, open twist to the left. Inhale, star, reach, rise up. Exhale, goddess, tuck your tailbone as you lower. To the back, inhale, warrior two, keep a bend in your right knee. Exhale, extended side angle, open your chest. Inhale, reverse triangle, push into your right big toe. Exhale, low lunge to the back of your mat. Inhale, standing L, lengthen both legs. Exhale, forward fold, feet down. Inhale, halfway lift, reset your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair, sit just as low. Exhale, airplane arms, reach behind you. Right leg up, inhale, one-legged mountain, lengthen your left leg. Exhale, airplane, reach, reach, reach to the back. Then inhale, crescent lunge, plant your right foot down. Exhale, back bend. Maybe it gets a little deeper each time. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, reaching crescent lunge. Inhale, star, make a final turn. Exhale, wide leg forward fold, hinge down. Inhale, wide half lift, reach through the crown of your head. Exhale, low lunge to the top. Inhale, high plank pose. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog, lovely Kamna. Exhale, downward facing dog. Amazing. Take a humongous breath in and a humongouser breath out. Do that again. Big inhale. Be a little dramatic. Big exhale. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, come all the way through. Nicely done. Feeling good? Thumbs up for feeling good. All right. So as we always do with our mandala flows, we're going to come back. We're going to do that whole thing one more time, adding on pretty significantly in the back bend territory, but we'll add on a couple other things as well. So grab a little water and then meet me on your back. We'll do a little bit of core interlude. So basic crunches to start, feet hip width distance in towards your seat. Interlace your hands behind your head. As you push your low back to the mat, breathe in. Exhale, lift your chest up, keep your low back pressed down. Inhales, lower you down. Exhales, lift you up. Inhales, lower you down. Exhales, lift you up. You find your pace, my friends, as always. You march to your own drummer, but the goal in this section of our class in terms of focus is a focus on rhythm. Can you add a rhythm to your movement that you can connect your breath to, and then and therefore find a little bit of sense of your own power? Every exhale breath connects to an exertion in your body, which fires up your core, your physical strength, that energetic strength present in your breath. Here, 4, 3, add a pulse in 2, and 1. Tiny pulse. 1 inch up, 1 inch down, 1 inch up, 1 inch down. 4, 4, 3, back to crunches. 2, legs at 91, back to crunches. Lift your heels out from your knees right above your hips. Exhales as you lift, exhales as you lift. You can keep a little space between your thighs, but actively engage them like you're pushing a block between them. Low back is still down, shoulder blades lift up. 4, 4, 3, add that pulse in 2, and 1, add that pulse. 1 inch up, 1 inch down, 1 inch up, 1 inch down. 4, 4, 3, back to crunches. 2, legs up the wall in 1, legs up the wall crunches. Push your heels right up to the ceiling, lift your chest and lower. Flex your toes towards your face, bend your knees as much as you need, but feel that active press of your heels up. Your tailbone will slightly lift from the mat to keep your low back down. Exhales as you lift, exhales as you lift. 4, 4, 3, climb your rope in 2, and 1, climb your rope. Reach side to side, opposite hand, opposite foot. Reach, reach, add a little twist in your spine here. Oblique muscles can start working a little bit. Keep your toes flexed. Reach for that outer edge of your foot. Shoulder blades up the entire time. 4, 3, bicycle twist in 2, and 1, bicycle twist. Twist it right, center, left, center, or right to left, right to left. Opposite leg goes long from the one that you're twisting towards. And remember, your knees stay basically above your hips. Make your elbow be the joint that is twisting over to really get your side bodies engaged. Exhales as you twist. Exhales as you twist. 4, 4, 3, pulse it right in 2, and 1 to the right. 4, 4, 3, pulse it left in 2, and 1 to the left. 4, 4, 3, long body stretch in 2, and 1, long body stretch. Arms go long, legs go long. Take a big breath in. And take a big breath out. Amazing job. We're going to do one bridge pose here. So bring your feet into your underneath your knees, hip width distance once more, palms beside you. Inhale, bridge pose. Lift your hips up away from the mat. Option to shimmy your shoulders together at a chest expansion grip underneath you. Really push your hip points up. Keep your inner thighs engaged. Relax your glutes. Lift your chin to your chest. Keep your full head down, gazing up. 2 breaths. Breathe in. Stay for the breath out. One more time. Breathe in. As you exhale, slowly lower your hips down, recline bound angle pose, Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring your feet together to touch, knees open wide. Maybe your hands go to your hips, one hand to heart, one hand to belly, palms face up beside you. Some other option that sounds good. Just be and breathe for about 30 seconds here. And just notice with this focus on focus, where is that taking you in your practice today as we are at our halfway point, about to emerge into some deeper energetic movement? Let's take a breath together. Exhale all the air out. Breathe in, fill up. Open mouth, exhale, release into the room. Lovely. Slowly guide your knees together to touch. Find a little movement along your spine while you're still laying down. And then from that movement, begin to rock and roll the length of your spine. We'll meet in down dog. Ready to do our mandala one more time. Your block once again at the back of your mat will be helpful with a couple different things. So if it moved, put it back. And then return to your Ujjayi pranayama practice, those powerful nostril breaths. Bring that focus back onto your mat, my friends. Notice how powerful that attention can be. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, kick your right leg high. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. This time, opportunity to flip your posture. Stamp your right foot down. Push into your left palm to lift your hips up. Extend your right fingertips forward beyond the front of your mat. Your gaze can come up and over as well. Open heart, open throat, everything lifting up and away. Yes, Gail, you're here for 3. 3-legged dog in 2. And 1. Inhale, right leg high, both palms down. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Inhale, crescent moon. Last time on this side. Exhale, side stretch, biggest side stretch yet. Inhale, crescent lunge, rise up to stand. This time as you exhale, revolve crescent lunge. So step 1 is thumbs to heart center. Step 2, hinge forward. Step 3, twist your left elbow on top of your right leg. This is our only deep twist for today. So you could bring your left knee down if you want a little more stability to twist even deeper. If you'd like, you could do some open arms. If you want to get a little shoulder action, you get a little half bind from those open arms. But wherever you are, remember the focus on breath is taking you deeper. And right now it's taking you deeper into your twist. So every inhale, get a little longer. Every exhale, twist open a little bit more. Do that again. Breathe in. And breathe out. Beautiful focus. You're here for 3. Star pose in 2. And 1. Take your time. Star pose, toes out, heels in. Get as big and open as you can. Big breath in. Exhale, goddess pose, thumbs to heart. Find your depth. To the back. Inhale, warrior 2. Point your left toes to the back. Exhale, extended side angle. Nice long side bodies. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten through your left leg. This time as you exhale, triangle pose, push your hips behind you, reach in front of you, then drop your left palm down and your right arm up. Create a really nice long spine here. Rotate your torso open. Extend your tailbone back, reach your chest out in front of you, and then lift your gaze up. You're welcome to stay in triangle or half moon pose. For half moon, gaze beyond your left toes. Lift your right heel up with the strength of your glute. Use your block to help lift you up even higher. Open your chest, lengthen your side bodies, reach through the crown of your head. You're here for 3. Reverse warrior in 2. And 1, plant your right foot down, bend your left knee. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach your left arm high. Exhale, low lunge to the back of your mat. Inhale, standing L, walk your fingertips forward, lift your right heel up. As you exhale, standing splits. Point your right toes, guide your right toes even higher, and maybe your chin comes down a little bit closer to your left shin. If you want a balance challenge, option to bring one or both hands to your left ankle. Keep your hips closed, both legs nice and long. You're here for 3. Forward fold in 2. And 1, forward fold. Bring your feet hip width distance. Any forward fold of your choice, facing the back of your mat. Maybe a hands to feet pose, maybe a rag doll, maybe grab your big toes. Maybe you want to practice kicking up to handstand. Maybe you want to do a crow or something instead. Really, it's a kind of a freestyle opportunity here for a couple breaths. Noticing where that focus in your practice is taking you today. Lovely job. Come back to your forward fold if you're not there. Release any grip you have. Bring your feet together to touch. Inhale, halfway lift, nice long spine. Exhale, forward fold, hinge down. Inhale, mountain pose this time. Lengthen your legs, reach all the way to the sky. As you exhale, set up dancer on the left. So bring your left elbow to your left side body. Kick your left heel up and grab the inside edge of your left foot. So you're standing on your right foot. Reach your right arm high, gaze beyond the back of your mat, knees together to touch, breathe in. Exhale, kick into your hand, push your chest forward as you kick your knee behind you. Your right leg stays super engaged, flex your right quadricep, continue to reach your palm beyond the crown of your head. Feel that back bend begin to emerge in your posture. You're here for 3. You'll step back to warrior 1 in 2. And 1, step back and set up warrior 1. Plant both feet flat on your mat. Reach your arms up high. Bend into your right knee. Point your left toes at a 45-degree angle and shrug your shoulders down your back. Take a breath in warrior 1. Exhale, open twist. Reach your left palm in front of you, your right arm behind you. And then inhale, exalted warrior. Drop your right palm down the back of your left thigh or your low back. Reach your left arm high and breathe. This is your peak posture, my friends. What your body has been building and warming and focusing to be able to do. Maintain those strong warrior legs. From there, feel your chest lift your gaze even higher, feel your throat open, and extend your vision beyond your fingertips. Powerfully open, powerfully connected. You're here for 3. Back to warrior 1 in 2. And 1, still facing the back. Inhale, warrior 1, look beyond the back of your mat. Exhale, warrior 2, widen your stance as you need. Inhale, star, big reach and rise up. Exhale, wide leg forward fold, hinge down. Inhale, wide half lift. Exhale, runner's lunge to the front. Toe heel your left foot up and out to the top left corner. Press your palms to the inside of your left foot. And come down to your right knee. You could add a quad stretch here if you wanted. Kick your right heel in with your left hand. Grab the top of your right foot. Or maybe like a wide half splits would feel good. Another good kind of choose your own adventure spot in our class. Kind of doing little variations from a runner's lunge. Especially a moment of more grounding after that big energetic opening that happens in the exalted warrior pose. Come back to your runner's lunge, quad stretches release, curl your right toes under. Inhale, high plank pose, step your left foot back to your right. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly, knees, hips, chest, chin, come down to the mat. And set up cobra pose. Walk your palms back next to your rib cage, point your elbows up, zip your legs together, toenails down. Inhale, cobra pose, lift your chin, lift your chest. As you exhale, continue to hold here. Take the weight out of your palms. Use the strength of your spine to lift one more set of ribs. Push your feet down. Lift your kneecaps and your navel up. Big breath in to lift a little more. And then exhale, release. Chin down, then left ear to the mat. Gaze to the right. Bring your palms back next to you, face up, to really let yourself rest. And a couple deep breaths here, my friends. Big breath in. Full exhale out. One more time, big breath in. Full exhale out. Bring your chin back to center. Push your palms under your shoulders, curl your toes under. Inhale, high plank or tabletop to push up. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more inhale. One more exhale. Let's do the last side. Inhale, kick your left leg high. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. Same opportunity here to flip your posture. Stamp your left foot down outside your mat. Push into your right palm. Lots of little options as well. You could stay with your open hip. You could do like a modified side plank. Play with where your body takes you. You look great. Push even more for 3. Three-legged dog in 2. And 1. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step it all the way to the top. Inhale, crescent moon, right knee down. Exhale, side stretch. Stay with that breath connection. Inhale, crescent lunge, rise to stand. Exhale, revolve, crescent lunge, thumbs to heart, hinge forward, and then twist your right elbow over your left leg. Remember, back knee down can be a great option. Maybe some open arms is a great option. Big twist on the left, so really focus on that twist. Notice with every breath how you can take it just a little bit further to bring your sternum closer to your thumbs. Side body stay nice and long. Press your navel up and in. Absolutely gorgeous. All of you look great. You're here for 3. Slow rise up to star pose in 2. And 1, take your time, lift your chest, spin around, arms high, big breath in, get as big and open as you can. Exhale, 1 more goddess pose, find your depth. To the back, inhale, warrior 2, point your right toes to the back. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten through your right leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Push your hips back, reach your right palm forward, and then drop it down as you lift your left arm high. Put a micro bend in your right knee to avoid that hyperextension, but otherwise everything is super straight and taut, including your side bodies. Lift yourself up a little bit away from the ground to feel both sets of ribs lengthen, and then rotate your torso open as you lift your gaze up. You can stay or go for that half moon. For half moon, put a little bend in your right knee to help lift yourself onto your right leg. Use your block under your right palm. That will be especially helpful to rotate your left hip up. Broaden your chest, long from the crown of your head through your flexed, lifted foot. Powerful in your physical body. Notice the power in your energetic body. It's just as strong. You're here for 3. Reverse warrior in 2. And 1, bend your right knee, right arm high, breathe in, reverse warrior. Exhale, low lunge to the back. Inhale, standing L. Exhale, standing splits. Point your left toes behind you. Maybe they go a little bit higher. Maybe you bring your fingertips off of your block down to the ground or to your ankle, working to get your left toes up towards the ceiling above you, long in both legs. Here for 3. Forward fold in 2. And one, forward fold, feet to the mat, hips width distance. Another freestyle opportunity for a forward fold of your choice, or maybe like a yogi squat would feel better, or like I said last time, a crow pose or a handstand or something that you may be working on in the arm balance inversion category. You're not going to make a wrong choice. So let yourself have a moment of independent focus in our sequence. Lovely, my friends. Meet back in a forward fold. We got one more half of the mat to turn. So feet together to touch. Inhale, halfway lift, nice long spine. Exhale, forward fold, hinge down. Inhale, mountain, root down to rise up. Exhale, dancer, right side. So bring your right elbow to your right side body. Kick your right foot up and capture your right foot with your palm. Knees to touch to start. Find that fixed gaze somewhere beyond the back of your mat, and then dance into the pose as much or as little as you please. The more you kick your heel from your seat and push your chest forward, the more you will add the heart opening back bend in your spine. And again, that is the signature movement that we are focusing on today. Long in your standing leg, fixed and powerful in your gaze. Here for 3. Step back and set up warrior 1 and 2. And 1. Step back to set up warrior 1. Plant your right foot, bend your left knee, reach your arms up. Pivot your left hip crease back. Both feet are flat, super taut in your back leg. Breathe in. Exhale, open twist, right fingertips in front of you. And then inhale, exalted warrior 1. Drop your left palm down, reach your right arm high. Breathe, my friends. Stay present for the powerful opportunity in this moment, in this pose. Keep your feet strong and grounded underneath you. Feel yourself open and reach and rise up from there. Heart is open, throat is open. Focus is so powerful. What do you notice? You're here for 3. Back to warrior 1 and 2. And 1, warrior 1. One more time, gazing the back. Breathe in. Exhale, warrior 2, widen as you need. Back to your breath connection. Inhale, star. Last one, stay here for it. Exhale, wide leg forward fold, lower down. Inhale, wide half lift. Exhale, runner's lunge facing the top. Toe heel your right foot up and out. Bring your palms down, come down to your left knee. You're officially done standing on your feet for your practice. So as the mat becomes more of a place of support, maybe you add that quad stretch, maybe you don't, something similar to the other side, but maybe something a little bit different that's accommodating for your left side as well. Remember, shoulders can relax here. Your neck can really soften here. Lower body is stretching, upper body gets to just kind of let go. All right, my friends, come back to your runner's lunge. If you're not there, curl your back toes under. Inhale, high plank pose, step your right foot back. And then exhale, lower all the way down to your belly, lead with your chest. You can do a second cobra or you can do a bow pose. For bow pose, kick your heels to your seat and reach for the tops of your feet. Squeeze your knees back together in line with each other. Then inhale, bow pose, kick into your hands, lift your chest. As you exhale, rock your weight a little forward. As you actively kick, you might get a little bit of the fronts of your thighs to lift up. Squeeze your shoulder blades, broaden your chest. Stay connected to your breath as you kick and kick and kick into this open pose. One more breath in. Exhale, release. Chin down, gaze to the left. Maybe you windshield wiper your feet across the ceiling. And then we get to let go. Yoga feels so good. I am just noticing how, not that this is about me, but wow, I feel better. I hope you feel good too. Let yourself soften and release. Where is the focus of your practice taking you today? All right, my friends, bring your chin back to center. Push your palms under your shoulders, press up to tabletop pose, and then come to stand on your knees. We're going to do one more big heart opener before we wind it all down. Camel pose. So knees are hip width distance. Push your palms to your low back, squeeze your elbows together behind you. And then once you lift your chin and your chest, you're already in camel pose. This might be enough, and you can stay right here. If you want to go deeper, walk your gaze along the ceiling towards the wall behind you. The more that you do that, push your hips forward to keep them above your knees. Maintain your core engagement. So draw your navel in, slight tuck to your chin. So it's a back bend rather than a neck bend. And stay connected to your breath for this powerful, powerful heart opening moment. Amazing. Rewind, walk your gaze forward. Come to have a seat on your heels. Palms can do lots of things, right? So do something that feels meaningful for you on your thighs, over your heart, face down, face up, a mudra, all sorts of options. Just a couple breaths here to breathe and be, and continue to focus on your practice. And then gently blink your eyes open. Downward facing dog. Let's start to wind it down. From your downward facing dog, inhale, kick your right leg high. Exhale, half pigeon, knee to wrist, keep a flex in your toes. Not long here today, so give a lifted chest for a breath or two. Feel nice and aligned in your body. And then invite yourself to really soften down if that's where you want to go. So the why in what we did today, I like mandalas because I think it invites focus, a different kind of focus, a different layer of focus. There's a kind of a meditative motion happening. And by thinking or not thinking of moving into the spaces energetically of the heart and bringing focus to those spaces, we are bringing focus to the space of love, love and compassion and kindness. And what an awesome place to focus, right? Um, it happened to align with the month of Pride. I didn't necessarily think about that, but I think it meshes together well. So also happy Pride as we wind down June and enter July. You're welcome to stay on this side a little longer. Otherwise, make your way to the left side of half pigeon, your time, your pace. Come back through down dog, find some pedals, some wiggles, or if you want to move in a different way, go for it. And then invite yourself to be just as soft, just as present. Amazing, my friends. Slowly come back to center. Downward facing dog. One final time, take a breath in and take a breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step all the way through and come all the way down to your back. And happy baby awaits you on your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Grab for your feet or your shins or behind your knees. Nice rock side to side. Little kick of your legs, whatever feels good. And then hug your knees into your chest. We end with supine twist. Extend your left leg long, keep your right knee in. Use your left palm to guide your right knee over. Reach your right arm open as you twist over to the left. If it's comfortable for you to close your eyes, go for it. And then gently come back to center. Give your knee a squeeze, switch it out, do everything you just did on the other side. Opposite leg long, opposite knee in. Guide your knee across your body, reach the other arm open. Gaze can fall in that direction as much as gravity allows. But allow your focus now to soften, to surrender, and to let go. And then slowly come back to center. Give your knee one more squeeze. Hug yourself into a tiny little awesome ball of a human being. Gift yourself some love. Big squeeze, big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, corpse pose, Shavasana. Extend your legs long. Let your feet flop open to the sides. Fingertips nice and relaxed. Palms open beside you. Relax your jaw. Relax even the crown of your head. About a minute and a half here of stillness and silence to just let go. And then I'll guide you out. Enjoy. Invite your focus to slowly start to come back to yourself, to your mat, to the room that you're in, and add some movement, some breath connection to that sense of focus. And then eventually come to a long body stretch. Reach your arms behind you, point your toes in front of you. Big inhale. And a big exhale too. Hug your knees to your chest. Roll to a fetal posture on either side. And then from that fetal posture, push yourself up to a comfortable seat and face the front of your space. Root under your sit bones, reach to the crown of your head, push your thumbs to your heart, spread your fingers wide, and just notice where that powerful opportunity to focus on self through the practice of yoga has taken you today. This is all a journey of self-awareness and a pretty brilliant and courageous one at that. So kudos to you for going on that journey. Bring your thumbs to your third eye, space between your eyebrows, where we really acknowledge that enlightenment, that humility, that intuition that we gain by deeply engaging in the cultural practice of yoga in our homes today. So grateful you're here. Bowing forward, we seal our practice. Peace.